Hey guys, this is Alicenation, and this is part one of my Twilight rant, and today I'm ranting on the Twitards. I will admit I am a fangirl. If you know me in person, which a few of you do, you will know I talk about Vampire Night, creature feature, like there's no freaking tomorrow. But here's the deal. I am not a Twitard. I do not go around shoving Blackbird in people's faces and say, read this book, if you don't like it, you're evil. Because that's stupid. Why? Do I really need to elaborate on why it's stupid? According to Nutty Madam, Twilight is an amazing book. No, Twilight is not an amazing book. Twilight is pretty much all those fan fictions out there, like My Immortal. No! One bagged lumping as he gets snapped or being torqued. What is that? I'm sorry, that never fails to crack me up. But, Bella is like stupid. She's like, Edward, it's all about this. It really has no plot to it. And I hate when Twitards compare Vampire Night to Twilight, because one has done that. No. Vampire Night has a much better plot than Twilight, and it is amazing. The illustrations are amazing. You can't really compare Vampire Night to Twilight, because contrary to popular belief, Vampire Night came first. It came to America after Twilight, but it was published in 2005 for the La La magazine, while this was published in 2006. Well, Twilight was. So, Stephenie Meyer ripped off Hatsune Miku. Plain and simple. That's it. And Twitards get mad when people write Evermore because it's a ripoff of Twilight. Hello? Isn't Twilight like a ripoff off of every single vampire romance? I pretty much think it's like Anne Rice's interview with a vampire novel. Well, maybe not that one, but the Vampire Chronicles, and LJ mixed in with LJ Smith's The Vampire Diaries. LJ Smith is the original gangster for books with weird-ass vampires. And she didn't make them sparkle. At least, she said they burned in the sun if they weren't wearing a magic ring. Sure, the idea is stupid, but at least they burn in the sun. And Twitards were defending Stephenie Meyer. And they're like, oh my god, you know what? Shut up, you. I'm sick and tired of all the breaking dawn hair. Honestly, Twitards are just as stupid. I never understood why people like Twilight. And then I realized it has a gorgeous cast of characters. I, myself, have fallen victim to gorgeous characters. I have. And there's nothing wrong, I think, with fan service, creating gorgeous half-naked characters all the time. But there's a fine line between fan service and just going over the extreme with gushiness. And better, in my opinion, Kyo is better looking than Edward in the Twilight novel, because the way Stephenie Meyer describes him, she calls him a ginger in one book, a bronze-haired guy in another book. It's freaking confusing. It's like the pictures of Ruka from Vampire Night in the manga. Okay, it's confusing. In one picture, she's like a ginger. In another, she's like a very light-haired, brown-haired girl. In another one, she's like dirty blonde. It's hard, okay? It's hard to understand what Stephenie Meyer is trying to convey. So she mentions his hair 5,000 freaking times. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Just shut up, okay? Just shut up, Smear. We don't need to know about his hair. And then these Twitards are like, oh, I wish I had a boyfriend like Edward. You want an abusive boyfriend. then have fun with him. I'm sure you two will have a happy life and many unwanted babies. So anyway, it's really stupid about it. You know, girls are so shallow these days. I mean, now they see Edward, no man will ever be good enough for me. Nutty madam, you will never be good enough for any man. I'm sorry. If you look like a wild, you know, I'm not even going to say it because that's going to be an insult to overweight people. But you'll never be good enough for a man. No man wants a girl who talks about fucking Edward 24/7. Okay? Plain and simple. Now, to my Twilight fan subscribers, I'm sorry if this video offended you, but I'm sure none of you are that crazy who will go up to someone, shove a book in their face, and tell them to read it and call them stupid if they don't like it. I believe that my subscribers are smart fans. And there's nothing wrong with being a fan of Twilight. I mean, just being a fan, you know, and liking the book a lot, you know, and having, like, posters hanging up, that's fine. I was ranting about the Twitards that will, like, die if, like, Edward dies and they cuss at the theater and they scream at the screen, you know. I'm talking about those. I'm sure none of you are like that. I have a Twitard friend, okay? But I'm sure none of my fans are like that. Anyway, I'm going to have to stop this video. Goodbye.